The X-Men, they are back for the last time. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Nerd News. I'm your guy, your host, Chris Chavis, the host with the most, and the host that's getting a lot of gray hairs. I trimmed my beard so you can't see all the gray hairs though. Old age. And in this episode, we are going to review X-Men Dark Phoenix. Now, I had a chance to finally see this movie, and before I went into the theater, I thought, could this movie be as bad as the critics are panning it to be? So this is the last X-Men movie under the Fox franchise, essentially, the Fox company. Because, a little small up-and-coming company called, I think it's called Disney, purchased 20th Century Fox and everything that is attached with it. So the X-Men will be reintroduced and possibly recast in future iterations of the X-Men from the Marvel company. So I'm excited to see where this franchise goes, but for now, let's talk about Dark Phoenix. So yet again, we see Sophie Turner in the title role of the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix, in Jean Grey. Her casting choice is still good, in my opinion. She's fine. Everyone else is back. James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Nicholas Hoult. I mean, everyone is back to reprise the role that they were in the past, 3 X-Men movies, I think. So I just need to say right off the bat, this is a palate cleanse compared to X-Men Last Stand's Dark Phoenix. That was more like, Tobey Maguire's Dark Side in Spider-Man 3, as opposed to you know what I mean? What happened, Fox? You find a way. Anyways, back to the Dark Phoenix. Now, some of the things, though, I want to talk about are the things I didn't like. The first act of the movie was kind of slow. And I get it, you have to build characters, you have to build relationships, blah, 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 blah. But it was kind of slow at the beginning, and they also kind of forced the emotion. The character build up between the two, it's kind of like, we want you to be sad, be sad. And the alien creatures that came down to steal the power of the Dark Phoenix, I wanted more backstory as to who they are, what their intent was. They did say why they want the power, but that's pretty much it. It's like they landed and then all of a sudden,
"Hi, I'm here to steal your energy, Phoenix."
"Oh, really?"
"Yeah, give it to me."
"Okay."
"Wow, that was easy."
"Just kidding."
"Oh, you duped me."
And that's pretty much all they did. They were really neat characters. I just wish they developed it a little bit more so we had more of an emotional hook to these new characters. And some of the acting in the first half of the movie kind of felt forced as well. This probably is due because of the long reshoots that happened. The reshoots happened a year after the movie was filmed. So your state of mind from, when you're in a project and then you have to go back a year later to finish it, I can understand. You're like, oh yeah, in this scene I was supposed to be angry. Now, the action scenes were fantastic. They were like pages out of a comic book. The way that they utilized the X-Men powers, old and new, it was a really fun popcorn movie once the action started. So starting second half on, it was actually a really cool paced, very good action movie. And of course, how can you forget the death of Mystique? I knew Mystique would die, not just based off the trailer, but we know how much Jennifer Lawrence hated putting on the blue stuff. I'll do it. I'll be the male Mystique. I'll be Manstique. I don't care. Let's do this. You hear me, Marvel? Manstique. But I really didn't find this to be the worst of the X-Men movies. Now, there were 2 X-Men movies that I can think of off the top of my head that are worse than this. And the one thing that everyone is asking about, is Wolverine in the movie? And he is not. But I know of a good person who could probably play Wolverine. I just, I don't want to say names, but I know of a good person that could possibly play him. I just don't know, and I don't want to, seem forceful on the person who could play him. I think what plagued this movie is the amount of rewrites and reshoots that it went through. I mean, reshoots happen all the time in movies. That's a normal thing. But apparently they rewrote the ending several times, even during production, even during filming, that they probably got all jumbled up and they're like, whatever, finish it this way. And one of the rumors is the ending was supposed to be that those aliens were the Skrulls, which would have been absolutely perfect. That's a great tie-in to go from Fox to Marvel, because Marvel has already introduced the Skrulls in Captain Marvel. That's a perfect bridge. I guess Fox is like, no, we're gonna finish it our way before you play with our toy. No. So X-Men Dark Phoenix, what did you guys think? Is it your favorite X-Men movie? Is it the worst X-Men movie? Please let me know in the comments below. I love talking with you guys. And if this is your first time here, please hit the like and the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of all future episodes, please hit the little notification bell. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, guys, remember, an X-Men is a terrible, terrible thing to waste.